So, uh, so we're gonna identify the problems using issue tree framework to make it clearer and easier to understand. So here we have three aspects. The first one, problem statement. Second one, issue, and the third one is sub-issue. So the first is the problem statement, where it consists of overall problems of the error macam-macam resto. So the problem statement is where it keep declining customer retention of the error macam-macam resto. There are 5 issues here. The first one, where the restaurant has inconsistent customer flow. The second one is where the customer has a long time to wait. Third one is the inefficient of the business processes, especially the order process. And the third one is the staff is as well ineffective. And the last one, where the customer is dissatisfied and lost its retention. So, you may ask why Ma'erot has inconsistent customer flow. So the reasons that we're gonna assume here, or has been stated in the case, is that so Ma'erot has no demand forecasting system in place. That's why it causing inconsistent customer flow. And the second one, what's causing customer flow is the menu is too varied and customer are very unpredictable. Attracts different customer types unpredictable times. So moving on to the second sub issue, where it is long wait times. So what causes this to happen is the first one is where it stated that Ma'erot has no queue management. Has no queue management system, I mean. And the second one, what causes long wait times happen, is where the customer currently experiencing where they have to wait up to 40 until 55 minutes just to be seated. Moving on to the third sub issue, where Ma'erot has inefficient order processing. So here, customer spend 10 minutes on the menu selection. That's what causing this is the first thing that causing inefficient order processing. And the second one is where the customer is spend 5 minutes on average to consult menu to the waiter. Moving on to the fourth one, where it happened because no shift scheduling system due to unpredictable busy hours. And also, in the peak hours, it stated that only 5 out of 20 staff are effectively utilized during off-peak hours. And the fifth one, where the sub issue is customer dissatisfaction and lost, is due to poor service quality during peak hours. And they also experience where the regular customer are being attracted by the other competitors, the other Maerot competitors. Two competitors. So hereby, we're gonna moving on to the proposed solution, where the first one is the digital queue and reservation system. As we have discussed before, so basically, the system lets customer to book a table or join a queue on. So it will be conduct online before they arriving. So the impact is, so the customer don't need to like wait for too long at the restaurant, and they also can see how long they'll be waiting in real time, and it helps spread customer more evenly, so the restaurant is not crowded at once. So the main idea is, the first one is less waiting, the second one is smoother customer flow, and the third one also customer received or experienced betterly and better. So moving on to the next one, or digital menu and self-service ordering system, where the system that we're gonna propose is where customer can order food directly using their phone via QR code. So the impact is, the waiter, so the customer doesn't need to wait for the waiter. Customer can see the menu details to order faster, and also the orders that customer will be ordering will go directly straight to the kitchen instantly. So the main idea here is, the first one is customer order faster, and also it decrease delay, and also more efficient services. Moving on to the last one, so the last one is dynamic staff scheduling with predictive analysis. So the system here we're gonna use is user-based data to predict busy and quiet times. Then we're gonna delegate the staff and schedule the staff according to the rush and busy hours. So the first one, the impact is, the staff, more staff will be delegated in a busy hours, and fewer staff will be conducted during slow hours. This also avoids overworking staff or wasting the labor, and also the main idea right here is, the right number of employees also at the right time. So before we make the diagram, we have to identify what our diagram will be consist of. So we're moving on to the logical level 0 DVD for ordering subsystem. Right now, we want to identify what our diagram consists of. The first one, our diagram consists of is the entities, where the entities is consist of. The first one is customer. The second one is kitchen. The third one is the manager. And the fourth one is suppliers. So besides entities, we also have to identify what are our business processes. So the processes is consist of the first one, order process. The second one, update sold item file. So if there's any order from the customer, it means that the inventory or the sold item will be decreased. The sold item will be decreased, yeah. So that means we have to update and record the update sold item file. So next one is what we're gonna be in our processes is we have to update the inventory file. So as I said before, if there's any order that being processed to the customer, the inventory will be decreased. So it means that we have to record and update the inventory file and give the information that the inventory has been decreased. And next one, we have to make the report. All of the processes before, like for example, I have said that the order process, the update sold item, and the update inventory file must be reported. So we can so it will be easily for the managers or the decision maker of the company to to help them and make them decisions to choose and to decision makes more easier. And the last one is we have to order the inventory. So why we have to order inventory? Because if the inventory has indicates that the item is insufficient or in low stock, the managers of the company must make an order to the suppliers so that to restock its inventory. So that's why we have to order inventory. Next one is what the diagram consists of is the data source, where it consists of two aspects. The first one is sold item, and the second one is inventory. So data stores here is very crucial, where it will be the main pillar of our recording. And the next one is where we'll be data flows. So to identify the data flows, here it is like an executive summary of what our diagram will be. So the first one is the customer, where customer will be ordering. So customer gave an order information. to the kitchen, where they will be process or prepare the order from the customer. And the kitchen will be process the receipt of the customer. So customer here will be receiving receipt of their order, and then the processes will have a decrease of the sold item file, and also the inventory. After this has been done, the report will be generated. So it will be report generation, and the manager will identify if there's any inventory that insufficient or in low stock. So manager will identify from the report if there's any low stock. When the stock is low, the managers will contact the supplier to make a restock. After the restock has been made, it will increase the inventory data store. So they will have to update the data store or increase the stocks of the materials. So here is the executive summary of our flow diagram that we're gonna make. So let's make the diagram. So what our diagram will be consist of is the first one is the customer. Hold on a second. First one. Oopsie. Customer. So here, customer will be order. So it's an order. So it's the first process. So order process. So the first process, so we call it 1.0. The 1.0 processed where it will be headed to the kitchen. Kitchen. After the kitchen receive the food order, the customer will be receiving the receipt. Oh, sorry, I forgot to add that the customer will order the food, or we call it customer order. They order the food and they will be receive the receipt. So after the process, this first process has been done, we're moving on to the second process. Which is the items will be sold. So we call that process 2.0. Oops. Where we have to update the sold items. And after we have updated the sold items, we will be, wait, hold on a second. We will be do the process 3, the third process, which is update inventory files. So the first, second, and third processes has been done. So we're moving on to the repository. Sorry. So hereby we will call the repository, or D1, so the data flows, or here the D1 is the sold item. here's the D2. Which is the inventory. So both here data source are different. So we're gonna call it so it's not relevant with one another. So this one is formatted sold item data. For the second one is formatted inventory data. Yeah. So both of these things will be reported. So we will be in our fourth process which is where we're gonna have to generate the report of both of these data stores of both of these data source where the report will be headed to the managers. Report will be headed to the manager, and manager will make the fifth process where managers will be ordered to restock the inventory. So they will restock inventory, and it was consist in the fifth point, and sorry, this one not clear enough. Oh, inventory. And the inventory details will be proceeded to the inventory or the storage. And then before they send the inventory details or they will proceeding the inventory, there will be a suppliers where they will be receive the order inventory, and they will receive inventory order. And the suppliers will hands it to the inventory of the company. So here is our flow diagram for level 0 DFD. So hereby we're gonna make the next step, which is DFD level 1. So as we did earlier, we're gonna also do the same on level 1. So we're gonna identify first what's our data flow diagram level 1 consists of. The first one is of course the entities, where it consists of customer and kitchen. The second one is the processes, the business processes, where the processes will be consist of select menu, and then order approval, and then receipt making, and then they will update sold item file, and then they will update the inventory file. And the third one, the data store, is the new one, which is data store D3 or the order ID. And the last one, the diagram will consist of the data flows, which it starts from the customer, who will read the menu, and then the customer will select menu, and they will be moving on to the available or unavailable menu. So if they're an unavailable menu, the customer will have to reselect the menu. If it's available, the order will be approved. Approved. Sorry. After the order is approved, it will store on order ID data store, which will be processed to the receipt that will be hands on to the customer, and the kitchen will process food order, and it will update sold item file and inventory file. Inventory file will be updated. So here we're gonna make level 1 DFD. So what we're gonna do here is we have a customer here, where the customer will read the menu, he will read menu, and then it will create the process of 1.1. where they will be select the menu. After they select the menu, the chosen menu will be processes into process 1.2, where there will be order approval. What I mean by order approval right here is that when there's a case when the menu is unavailable, it will be informed again to the customer. So the process will be done again when the menu is unavailable, where the customer has to read the menu again, select the menu again until there's a menu that available to order. After order approval, there will be a repositories of an order ID. So here is D3, which is order ID. Yep. Oops. D3. So hereby, the order approval will process such an order data and it will process an order ID, which will conduct of a receipt making or the process 1.3, which is receipt making hereby the customer will receive a receipt. Customer will receive a receipt. Also, after they generate an order ID, it will be informed to the kitchen, so the kitchen can process the food that been ordered by the customer. So after the process, the order ID will update the sold item and also update the inventory file. So yeah, that's it for let clear look. So there's it for DFD level 1.